K1300 headlamp assembly, and oddly, the adjustment, for some reason, which I don't know really what happened, but the adjustment down the bottom, which is that little sort of lever. In fact, just turn this on its side. That little lever there, which adjusts and pulls the headlamp in or pushes it out, but it also supports the tilt as well. That's the top one, top screw adjuster. Well, this one could potentially become loose or disconnected. This went into a BMW garage for an MOT, but then basically this had come off its thread inside. This little lever simply counters and pulls it back and forth. I think that's more to do with maybe European travel. I'm not sure that, but basically it's a little cantilever. So in order to get into there, to get onto the screw, because there's like a little gimbal on the end and it just slots onto a shaft here that's in this piece. You can't disassemble this. There are some clips here, but it's all bonded in. The lens itself is bonded in, so it's nigh on impossible to actually take the front lens to get inside. So what I did is I cut a hole out in here with a hot knife. Then I 3D printed a little PLA cap, just spotted it in to fill the hole, so I could get my hands in here to get onto the gimbal. And then what you do is you take these caps off, take the bulbs out, get your finger around the back of the first bulb and then pull it really hard so you can get that screw back onto the thread, because obviously it's kind of got some spring tension inside of it. To get the headlamp assembly out, it's quite an ordeal. You've got to take the side panels off the bike and then take quite a few bolts out. There's a couple on the bottom here. You've got to take off this pilot connector. You've got to take off this connector on the side for your, this is the main headlamps. You've got to take off the speedo and digital unit on the top. There's a screw here, and there's two sort of self-tappers which are really hard to get out. It's these things, I don't know why BMW would use self-tappers that go into here, so they're just self-tapped. So these little ones are really tough to get out, because you've got limited access to get onto that where the handlebars are. So then what I do is just sort out all the screws in sort of different pots, so I roughly know what size they are. It's pretty obvious how it all goes back together. These are all the side panel ones. These are the ones, the main bolts here with the washers on. These go here. So there's 6 of those, I think, that go to the main mounts. And it's a matter of just putting it all back together again. These second-hand are about 300 quid from Holland. New, 600 quid. So the garage wanted something like 670 quid to replace this unit. And all I had to do was basically dismantle it and then, as I say, repair it. How it got to be unscrewed, I'll never know, but the main thing is it'll get through its MOT now. Anyway, if you've got a K1300 or a K1200, they use exactly the same front lamp. You can sort of repair them if that ever comes off the bottom, that bottom one. If you unscrew it all the way out, it will drop off the gimbal. And that's what can go wrong with them. Anyway, good luck with it.